72% of children in public schools from primary 3 to primary 7 can't read and comprehend a primary 2 level story. 45% can't do primary 2 level maths. To make matters worse, 65% of children who enroll in primary school drop out before completion.
I joined Budaba Primary School in January of 2022, and when I joined, there were a lot of challenges that I found. There was a negative attitude towards education from the parents and the children. The children lacked scholastic materials. The number of children coming to school was very low. The learners didn't know how to read, they didn't know how to write, and they were sitting down. And together with my co-fellow, we try to address some of these challenges, and at this particular moment, there is a very great improvement in the attitude of parents towards education.
When I first came to Kalagala Primary School, the parents had an issue with this school. They used to call it Gayaza. And Gayaza means something that is taking people's time. So we went to the community. I got one student who came and sat for his PLE. He didn't afford anything, no books, nothing. So we gave him the books. We took to the HM the uniform and even the food. He will manage to get 18. So now when this community found out that we got the first grades and then they saw me taking the boy to school, we got an overwhelming number. They are expecting something more for this year and we are hoping we'll get that.
When I came to Nkono Memorial, I realized that many of our students here are the aspect of shyness. In that even when you try to call them, ask them few things, they couldn't express themselves. So I thought of something that would make them jump out of that box. I talked to a friend of mine who is an ambassador of chess under the gift of chess in Uganda to donate a few chess boards to the school.
We have taken 5 children for the National Chess Game Championship, which is very good. It has exposed the children to other parts of the country. Most of them had never even seen Tamakalod, but they have got a chance.
The learners are able to read, they're able to write. Why? We introduced the learner-centered method, whereby the learners now are able to discuss amongst themselves, they're able to present, and this has boosted their confidence, not only in classroom, but also outside. They're able to express themselves confidently, both in English and in the local languages.
My name is Canton Anastasia. I am in primary 2 class. My school is Buddha Primary School. I can spell the word cat. C-A-T. The word is cat.
I am called Kisache Jacqueline. I am in primary 6 in Kalagala Primary School. In this school, I study very well. In my future, I want to become a nurse.
Chess has really helped the students. Even they themselves confess to you, they give you testimonies. Now, madam, I can now plan. I really think when I'm playing with this game, as something that they've been able to take to their classroom and even outside into their community.
When you get to the classes being managed by the fellows, you'll find that they have some uniqueness in the way they do handle from the conventional way of doing things. Teach For Uganda is working in Mayuge in 23 schools out of the 142 schools. You will find that in a nutshell, Teach For Uganda is using a practical underpinning approach. It is not only theoretical, but practical. Our teachers are borrowing a leaf to when Teach For Uganda came in place. Teachers have tried to cope up with the standards.
Omwana kasooka Madam Lizi atandika okumusomesa gali enkyuka y'amaanyi era saawa eno wakyakubiri agaandikisa peni era byagandika biboneka bulungi asinga ne saawa eno kyokutaano.
Our learners now have changed. They can be able to read, they can write very well now when you consider them to the other previous time.
Madamu kaffe atuyambire ino mu nsomesa y'abaana enkulankulana eriyo essaawa eno tiniyo eyalinga essaawa eno bwana buli kuzwa hansi bwana bulabukikusa ino ndowooza waawo kutuuka mu kibiina kya musanvu ng'essomero ly'amaani.
When you go to those classes, you will really see that the P3 and P4 class of that school is totally different from the P1 and P5 class, because you will get the class when it is having all the necessary materials that can enable the child to really learn.
While in this school, Chiranga Primary School in Namutumba District, Eastern Uganda, I noticed that some pupils were missing school, and most of them were girls of upper primary, P4, P5, and P6. I found out that the problem was menstruation stigma. So as a leader, I talked to the head teacher, I talked to the local leader, the chairman LC1, I talked to some members of the PTA and some teachers. We wanted to make reusable sanitary pads. I see. So it is somehow in the shape of this one, which we have already made. I didn't know how to make the reusable pads, but because of the technology I learned from YouTube, I took my time with the senior woman, we learned how to make them. It was involving of girls only. With time, we involved the boys because I felt like it was not really enough. We did posters, end menstruation stigma, let girls be girls, not brides. So I'm really glad, so glad that all girls of upper primary, over 100 girls, can make their own reusable sanitary pads.
I thank Teacher Secret for teaching me how to make reusable sanitary pads. Before Teacher Secret came to Kiranga Primary School, I was using old clothes while I am in my menstruation period. But now I can make my own sanitary pads.
Nebaza ekisa kya Katonda tie madamu akampa atuberereire mu baana baife ob'obuwala n'ab'obulenzi. Era tubaire tutoola sente nga tugula pads. Aye kati kano ke yatuleeta mu omulimo era katukozeemu omulimo mu bazaire buti pads twalekera okugula. Abaana baife badeekolera beene. Era mbaire nsaba timutuufu akampa atavwa kuno mutwongereyo abeeyo okwonga emyaka 2.
Our major plan is to acquire a sewing machine, put it here at school, train the girls, plus community members, and then keep on expanding. A girl child is entitled to education, regardless of whether you don't have school fees, whether there are challenges at home. Please let the girls come to school. Menstruation is not the end of it. Even if the girl is in her period, please don't send them to marriage. Let them please finish school.
When we arrived at Ratama Primary School, the major challenge was water crisis. Children were moving long distances to go fetch water for the school, and other children were missing lessons because they could line up for a long line on the community borehole. As leaders, we saw it as a challenge and we devised the means how to curb it.
When I joined this community of Buswikira, I found out that the main activity done here is charcoal burning alongside sugarcane planting. This created a lot of absenteeism in school because learners would concentrate on like sugarcane planting and cutting down trees for charcoal.
I was placed at the primary school in Mayuga district. One of the challenges they were facing, most especially, were financial constraints. That's how I launched the Informed Choice Generation project. I'm aiming at making them, the learners, the parents, the community as a whole, informed, to help them at least make informed choices, give them options in life.
We came out with a borehole project. We called parents meeting, we discussed with them The parents suggested that they could afford to bring 1,500 bricks, a trip of sand, and 4 wheelbarrows of gravels. Then the school also contributed by sending learners to bring each 500 shilling so that we can also pay the workers. And we got an amount of 4.2 million shilling.
I created a club in school with the help of the administrators, and we invited the parents for sensitization and how we can bring back their learners in school and conserve our environment. So far we have planted over 40 trees, and we're also having a nursery bed to keep these learners active and to keep planting more trees as much as we can.
When MTN was advertising the Changemakers program, I applied. I outlined all the problems we have, the people that were going to be impacted. They picked our project and they are going to sponsor it.
Project 4 is in Mayuge. It's a construction of boreholes at Kalagala Primary School. And the project sponsor is Teach For Uganda. It will benefit about 2,100 students of Kalagala Primary School who at the moment are suffering to get water.
As I speak now, we have a borehole project at school, and it's helping children to have water. And now we have a water tank at school. We are using that water to drink as teachers and also to prepare meals for the learners and teachers.
Bebalaino kutuletera naikonta kunywako amaizi amasa abaana baze okwisomero nga beyagalanga tibaba mwiga maizi nibatuletera netanka yona naikonta wefa twaba okutanka mwebale ino mwebalire kimoino.
You cannot work alone to achieve all these things. They say, for you to create a greater impact, you need to work with people together and do all these things. I really recommend every leader to take up the aspect of collective leadership to solve their problems in their communities.
When Teach For Uganda came in existence, people were looking at it as a time-wasting venture. Even when I came in, we are being helped by you people to ensure that there is efficiency or rather effectiveness of teaching and learning.
Uganda Circle is a community-based financial institution with the sole aim of transforming the community through different programs. And among the programs, we encourage environmental conservation campaigns. So I appreciate Teach Uganda for joining us. They supported us much in providing seedlings to give our members because we didn't have enough money to buy these seedlings to these members. And so far now it has done us good. And more than 20,000 members have planted these trees, and there's some contribution to the environment.
When you look at how we have been moving, Cohort 4, Cohort 5, Cohort 6, you see that our people who have been coming in those cohorts have been doing us good. If possible, you would scale to all schools in the district if there is a way. Because I've tested it, it is a very wonderful project. Together we stand, divided we fall. So when you join us, we believe that we shall be having some good performance some time to come.
To a teacher, fulfillment is when every child proudly speaks about the impact, self-discovery, and positive change that you have brought to them. Through collective leadership, these young leaders embark on a journey to challenge the status quo.
Over the last 2 years, one thing I've learned is to be patient and be empathetic to these learners. I've developed some great leadership skills. I'm able to be resilient, and I believe that from this experience, I'm able to take on anything else in the world. I believe that in future, me and my co-fellows will come up with a community-based organization where we'll continue supporting and helping the children in the villages where we are working.
This opportunity has given me a lot. I have learned to negotiate, then I've learned to be patient. The class is so tiring. And if you bring all your emotions from everywhere, your class will not you will not manage the class. So I'm planning to make my own CBU and see how I can help more children in this community.
Through the experiences in class and in the community, the challenges I've gone through, I've improved my communication skills, my accountability, and how to be responsible in the community. I know that I'm the person needed to make that change.
I appreciate Teach For Uganda for a great job done, making me to be a professional teacher. I appreciate the fact that I'm not a teacher, but now I'm a teacher, a strong teacher and ready to go to teach to other schools and other communities.
I've learned that it matters to work and collaborate with everyone. Like I've learned how to mobilize for resources. I know the project is not 100% complete, but yeah, if there is an opportunity, then I can always come back.
Those grounds, the Teach For Uganda platform, and then my participation in these different writing contests brought out a me who was able to tell out a story, something that I thought I couldn't do. I want to advance my writing skills and channel it to philanthropy. My target is in the education sector. I want to give back to the community through something that I can also do well.
I also hope that in 5 years to come, I will have built a school to enable those children from undeserved communities to have access to quality, equitable and transformative education, which is in line with SDG number 4.
In the wisdom of Lao Tzu, we find a timeless truth. Go to the people, learn from them, live with them. The best leaders are those whose task is accomplished and whose mission is fulfilled. And when the communities speak, they say, we have done it ourselves. True leadership is a shared journey where the accomplishments are woven into the fabric of collective effort.